live, but we're not listed. So let's get over here and get this listed quickly, edit it together. Live. There we go. Public. We're definitely public, and we're live. L-I-V-E. So let's get some coffee, listen to some Natalie. Start our Sunday.
Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's listen to some jazz and rhyme and have a cup of coffee. Let me show a little coffee house I know, where all the new bohemians go to have a cup of coffee. The music box is beating time. It's good old-fashioned meeting time. So grab a chair and dig me there, 'cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing this silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee. So save me a chair, I'll see you there, 'cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing this silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee. We'll have a cup of coffee, just a little bit of Java. Yeah, we'll have a cup of Joe, don't you know? 'Cause it's coffee time.
Indeed, it is coffee time. A happy Sunday, my friends. Sunday, Monday, the 19th of January, 2020. Slept in a little bit this morning. I slept in a little bit this morning. I wonder why, because I didn't do nothing yesterday. Yesterday was a little cool, a little cold, so I just kind of hung out. And like I said, I slept in again this morning. Good morning time, Jason. Good morning. Hope all is swelling and welling and totally hip and groovy in your neck of the woods. Heck yeah, getting your church on. Heck yeah. Nothing like going to church, getting your church on. I like going to church, man. I love going to church, getting all spiritual, getting all churchy. I love it. I was just talking to my mom the other day that I go to my friend Kevin's church once in a while, and they just recently changed their pastors, their preachers, their pastors, their sermons, whatever, the pastor. And the other pastor, which is my friend Kevin's father-in-law, he was the pastor of the church, but he got a little sick. He's had some health issues, and he's had to step down. So they've had a new pastor there. And for some reason, I don't know why, but when I was at church last, the pastor thought, for some reason, maybe I come only to church when I've I feel bad or I've done something bad or whatever's, but that's not the truth. I go to church, because I like going to church, and I get more of a powerful uplifting from my fellow brothers and sisters at church. It's like I get a little closer to the higher power, to God, or whatever you want to call the presence. I do get that uplifting feeling from church, and that's why I like going to church. And not all people go to church just because they're feeling bad for the day, or they got to fix their sins from the week or from the month or from the year or whatever. I like to go to church because I just like the feeling of church. And like I was explaining to my mom, I missed the old pastor at my friend's church because between after the service starts at 10:45 till noon, and then they have a lunch until 12:45, and then they have their afternoon services. Well, they did, and then I guess that's changed. They don't have afternoon lunch and then a service. They have their regular service, and then they won't come back to church until that evening. So I'm like, man, I missed the lunch stuff. That was fun. Everybody would bring like a crock pot, or bring just bring a lunch, and everybody would eat at the church, and I like that, man. So heck yeah, Time Chaser. Heck yeah, going to church. Going to church. Mm-hmm. Today's agenda, my agenda today is just go get myself some clean clothes. I'm going to do my laundry. Of course, that means I'll grab myself a burrito and a taco, or a taco and a torta. It's just taco truck. It's just taco truck food day today for me, along with laundry. And then I go do I washy. I go take a shower. Today's also shower day. Shower. I gotta go shower. So heck yeah, thank you so much, Time Chaser. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out with yours truly. Once again, I got these to thank from the Time Chaser. The Time Chaser right there. Eagle Eyes. Eagle Eyes, good morning. Hope all is a well and a swell and a totally hip and groovy in your neck of the woods. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day. Slept in a little bit this morning because I woke up this morning. I actually dozed off early last night, and I don't know why. I was watching a Stan Lee documentary on comics, and I fell asleep watching that. And so I woke up like at 4 o'clock this morning, wide awake, kind of hung out a little bit, and then talked to my mom, and then I dozed back off. I was all the way up until almost 8 o'clock this morning. So that's my weekend life in the VW bus. That's my weekend life. He says I kind of do what I kind of want to do, man. I kind of do what I want to do every day, basically, unless I got to work. Then I got to do what work wants me to do. But it's all good, man. Yes, those are awesome stickers. Anybody wants a sticker, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment after the video, after this is uploaded, and I'll send you a sticker. A sticker. Speaking of uploading, stay tuned for this evening. Hold on. I'm going to put my Sunday's snippet. Hold on. I can put a snippet, okay. Stay tuned for this evening's Type 2 daily, not daily, weekly, almost messed up, weekly vlog. It's just little snippets of my life that I upload every Sunday night. Sunday fun day, so stay tuned for that fun stuff. Those are the exact same stickers, Eagle Eye. Exact same stickers. These are very sentimental stickers to me. These mean a lot to me. So I'm only giving them out to a select few people because I won't ever have stickers like this again. You know, this Mr. Boo Boo's and me, Mr. Boo Boo's and me hanging out. So yes, these stickers are very sentimental, and if you would like a sticker, I will send you a sticker. Oh, you already got two from me? You got two from me? What? See? What? Far out. That's really cool. Heck yeah. Yes, thank you to Time Chaser for making those stickers for me. You know, like I said, those stickers are very, very, very special to me. Very special to me. You know, anything that I have in and around this VW bus is very special to me because I don't have much. I don't have much in my life, and what I do have in my life, it's very sentimental to me. It means a lot to me. And so, yeah. So thank you, Time Chaser, for my stickers. Thank you so much. Well, heck yeah, Eagle. I'll definitely send you another one if you like one. Just give me your address, because I don't keep addresses, you know, and stuff like that. I will send it to you. I will send it to you. So yeah, yesterday I think it only got to maybe the mid to almost upper 40s. These is what I have left of the stickers here, Eagle Eye or Time Chaser. Like I said, these are very special to me because these are Mr. Boo Boo and me. So, you know, a lot of people who know me now, they don't know me when I had Mr. Boo Boo's. So, thank you, Eagle Eye. Just once this is uploaded, or when my Type 2 uploads this evening, one or two, leave me another comment because I got to kind of, well, I guess I can just end the video and scroll through the comments and find your P.O. Box number. P.O. Box number. Yes, they are, and I miss Mr. Ranger every day, you know. Someday, I will get to hang out with another, you know, puppy dog in my life. You know, we will find each other, so. I do miss him, and it's funny that we're, like, kind of discussing him, because when I woke up this morning, he was the first thing I thought of when I woke up. Was Mr. Ranger Dog, and so let me get a little bit more coffee. A bit more coffee. So yeah, like I said yesterday, it didn't warm up too much. So I just hung out. I hung out and watched movies yesterday. I watched have you ever seen Over the Top? Over the Top. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. Starring Sylvester Stallone. Over the Top, man. Such a great movie. My brother, I don't know if he's ever seen that movie. He'd probably like that movie. You know, it's about a trucker. Sylvester Stallone plays a trucker who's like taking his son, you know, across country back to his mom's place, and it's a good movie. Good movie. I'm not gonna, if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna give you no spoiler alerts. I'm not a spoiler alert channel, so no spoilers here. I almost went and seen 1917, movie 1917, but I'm kind of mixed feelings about war movies, you know. I really am. So I didn't go watch a war movie yesterday. I just, decided to hang out in the bus, and that's what I did. I didn't climb out of the bus till yesterday afternoon. I went to the store, grabbed me a couple things. I need to go get some razors because I got to go shave today. So I had to grab a couple things, and I stopped at the Asian market. Got myself some Asian food for dinner last night, and yeah, yesy. But yeah, chasers, if you guys want to do more stickers, I don't have my P.O. box right now. I changed my P.O. box. I can always give you an address to send them to, but like I said, these go out to very select few people. Very select few people. Aw. That's the Time Chasers. They are very good people. They're super duper supportive, and I hope someday I get to meet you fine folks, because I like to meet everybody. I'd like to meet everybody I hang out with here on YouTube. I really would. Cross the YouTube barriers. Heck yeah. That would be swell, well, and groovy. That'd be swell, well, and groovy, Time Chaser. I just gotta get a new P.O. box. I let that one go, because I had a lot of sentimental values, remembrance going there with Mr. Boo Boos. I did some weird things when I lost Ranger, and I don't know. I don't know, man. But I'll get you an address. I'll get you an address, man. I'm pretty sure I can use the address where I'm staying at here, because the other day I was offered a lease. The owner that owns the property here offered to make me a lease so I can take it to the Department of Motor Vehicle, and so I can prove my residency, and I can go ahead and go forth with my commercial driver's license. Because in pretty much any state now, you gotta prove, where you live to have some sort of identification. So, heck yeah, Time Chase. Heck yeah. Because I like to get some internet where I'm staying. If that's the case, I'm gonna see if I can get some internet put into the building that I'm staying next to, and so I can have some internet. I use my my mobile hotspot on my phone for uploading and stuff. So yeah, I mean, if I got some internet, I can have my laptop here. I can actually download Netflix. I can download Netflix to my laptop. I can get Netflix on my laptop and the other groovy things. I can watch some good movies. But I'm excited to get my laptop here, because I am into Roller Coaster Tycoon games. I have the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Platinum Edition downloaded to my laptop, so I'm excited to get that up here. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, head out to your destination. Heck yeah, Time Chaser. Thank you so much for hanging out this morning. It's always a pleasure to have the Time Chaser hanging out in the old VW bus. Mi casa, su casa. Never forget that. My house is your house. This is my house. This is not just a VW bus. It's not just, a hippie mobile. It's more than that. It is my home. It is my transportation. It is my world. It is everything to me. It's definitely been a while. Been a while since we've hung out with the Time Chasers. And once again, thanks to the Time Chasers for making these wonderful stickers for me. Wonderful, wonderful. This picture of the bus is a wonderful picture of the VW bus. It was taken, I do believe, at my friend Kevin's house, the other property that I was staying at, and I can sometimes stay at if I'd like to. It's another option, but the bus here, I do believe, was taken over at my friend Kevin's property. And I was just thinking about that place. It's a beautiful place to stay. It really, really is. It's way out in the country. I mean, it's so quiet out there. So quiet. At night, the only noise you're going to hear are the coyotes, the crickets and the bugs in the summertime at night, and an occasional aeroplane flying over. The only reason I don't stay there, it's so far to drive. For me to commute from there to work every week, I would be spending roughly $65 to $80 in fuel just to commute back and forth and do my stuff, like my stuff on the weekends, you know. And that's $60 a week, $120 every 2 weeks. I know that don't seem like much money to a lot of folks, but $120, even if somebody like me who's financially free, $120 is a lot of money. A lot of money. I can think of some dinners, some other things I can spend with $120. So yes, I'm very glad I'm within an eighth. I think within an actual quarter. I live a quarter of a mile from work now. I went from living roughly 35 miles from work. I think that's what it was, like 35 miles, 38 miles from work, to a quarter of a mile from work. So, yeah. But I do miss staying out there. I miss the quietness. I miss my little spot. I had my little spot out there. It was away from my friend Kevin's house. It was behind a barn. So, Stoner! Good morning, Stoner! How are you this morning, my friend?
Smoke weed every day.
One more time for Stoner.
Smoke weed every day.
Good morning, brother man. Hope all is well and swelling and totally hip and groovy. Just hanging out. No, you didn't miss me. I slept in a little longer for Sunday. It's like, well, what I do for Saturday? I didn't do squat. It was too cold. It was cold here. The wind just kept going. It was sunny, but it didn't raise out of the 40s at all. And with the wind chill, it was like almost 30-something degrees. So yeah. Well, the weekends, I can't give you guys a set time. I guess I could and just wake up or just make sure I'm on YouTube for that set time for the weekends. But I mean, honestly, I don't know. It's like when I will sip on coffee. I know I will, but when I wake up, but I don't know when I wake up. I was like this morning. I slept in a little bit because I woke up this morning around 4ish, wide awake. So I sit there and hung out a little bit. Had me a little indica, so I could doze back off. You know, because you know that indica straight sets you back down to sleep. I'm like, so yeah, I had a little bit of indica that went right back to sleep. And woke up and I'm like just fine and dandy. Of course, today's my laundry day. You know, taco truck day. Go take a shower. Wash my butt day. Yeah, it's gotta wash my butt. Wash your ass, boy. Gotta wash your ass. Yeah, I'm gonna top off my cup of coffee here is the last of the coffee and Maxwell for the day. We'll hang out tomorrow. Maxwell, thanks for waking me up. Of course, tomorrow, Stoner. Tomorrow, same old coffee time. 6:30 a.m. here in my neck of the woods. That'll be 5:30 a.m. in your neck of the woods, Stoner. 4:30 a.m. over there on the West Coast. 7:30 a.m. over on the East Coast, and everything else in between. So, yeah, so that's cool. Just floating along with the breeze like. Well, I'm pretty much, I know in the mornings I'll be sipping on coffee. So I'm like, well, guaranteed 6:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, normally. Guaranteed. But, yeah, so set time's no big wolf for me. The evening time would be a harder thing to have a set time, because I do so much stuff, sometimes, pretty much all the time in the evening, I like to have my evenings free to kind of do what I need to do. That's why, I haven't had an actual set evening show. And by the, another thing, when I'm hanging out at night, I'm pretty laid back, I'm pretty Tommy Chonged out. Let's say I'm pretty Tommy Chonged out, man. So it's like, man, I can just go on about that, man. So yeah. Brother Mark! Little Marky's in the V-Dub bus this morning, brother man. Good morning. Hope all is well and a swell and totally hip and groovy. In your neck of the woods, got to the skate park. Oh my gosh, and we got the beautiful Michelle. Good morning, groovy lady. Good morning, beautiful mamas. Michelle. Hope all is a swell and totally hip and groovy. Elsewhere, good morning, groovy lady. We got some folks just hanging out in the V-Dub bus this morning. Everybody just bebopping in the secret door. There's a secret door that was established in me VW bus a little over a year ago. Over there on Super Enthused, the Super Enthused channel, Miss Jackie. Jackie, a little over almost 2 years ago, a little while back, she installed a super duper super secret trap door in the VW bus where people come sneaking in, but you got to know where the sneaky trap door is. And Elsewhere 50, she definitely knows a sneaky door. Of course, Michelle, she just comes bebopping in because she just, she's groovy like that. She's groovy. Bowling Green. When you said Bowling Greens at first, I thought you were in Bowling Green, North Carolina, man. I was like, what? It kind of freaked me out, brother Mark, because Bowling Green, North Carolina is a big disc golf mecca. So at first I was like, what? Is he in North Carolina? Bowling Greens? But I was that must be a disc golf park right there. Yo, neck of the woods, man. Man, they got a bunch of museums in my neck of the woods. I need to start hitting up museums. That's what I should have done yesterday. I should have gone to a museum. I should have gone to like the Railroad Museum. They got all kinds of museums here, Ooh, a fresh orange juice smoothie sounds so good to start off a Sunday. You know, man, that's some vitamin-packed grooviness right there, Michelle. Seriously, vitamin-packed grooviness. Yes, man. Scrumdiddlyumptious. I need to come over to Michelle's neck of the woods and hang out with her. She has some good, fresh vitamin juices and Edie's and pancakes and all kinds of stuff, man. Yes, it definitely sounds good. Orange smoothie. I mean, little things. See, that's the groovy things I need to get for my bus. Something that makes, you know, when I redo my bus, I gotta add little storage compartments for those type of things. Like what goes under my seat right now, my seat where everything sits, my couch, my microwave fits underneath my couch, my rice cooker fits underneath there, and that's it. I could probably get one of those air fryers, and I've just discovered one of those air fryers, man. I want to get one. I really do. I'm really thinking about getting an air fryer. I can start really cooking some groovy stuff in the bus. The only thing that I can't do is keep things cold in the bus. And the refrigerator that's here on the property I stay at, I don't want to keep stuff in the refrigerator unless I can lock it up, literally lock up the refrigerator, because where I stay, they have problems with people coming in. That's why I stay here. Homeless people come and other people come to try to steal things off their property at night. They even try to steal plants that have been put outside, and even though they're plants that are no good, they'll steal those. So I don't want them stealing my food. But when I revamp my bus, because I'm going to have to probably cross the bridge where when I redo the interior of this bus, I'm going to have to build the interior to where it's more livable. That means, like, you know, have a refrigerator in here, have a small refrigerator, something to keep, you know, stuff cool. And I've seen those, you know, those wine coolers. They're like little wine, they're super small. Even one of those installed in here would be efficient enough to at least keep milk and butter and stuff. That's all I want to keep cold, is just milk and those small stuff like that, you know. But when I revamp this bus, the interior, I'm gonna have to cross those bridges and how I want to decide to redo my interior. Oh, I love wine. Don't get me wrong. I do love wine. I haven't sipped on wine in a cool minute. The other night when I was out shopping, I almost bought me some wine. And every once in a while, like once a year, I get in that weird, you know, I get that weirdness where in the evening times I'll have me one of those small bottles, you know, they're about yay big, you know, small bottles of wine. But I gotta watch myself because I get all silly. I get silly dilly on wine, and there's been times where I've gone on YouTube completely almost goofier than goofy on wine, and so I gotta watch myself. But I do like wine. Wine does make me loosey goosey, I tell you that. I'm not a big drinker. I don't drink. Definitely, I don't drink. I cannot honestly tell you the last time I was drunk. I mean, I really cannot think of the last time I can remember being drunk was probably like 2009. So, well over 10 years ago. Oh yeah, the Corvette Museum. Oh wow, fell in a sinkhole. Yeah, we have a bunch of museums in my neck of the woods. You know, especially on Route 66. Route 66. Well, I think today, I think it's supposed to be cool again today, so I will just be heading to the laundromat probably around 11-ish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely medication. Puffing on the ganja is definitely much better than drinking. You're not gonna wake up hungover. You know, my personal opinion, and I'm sure this is the opinion of a lot of people, cannabis is not gonna make you misjudge certain things, like, you know, how alcohol will make you misjudge things. So man, Jason Lee, heck yeah, Jason Lee. That's Bruce Lee's son, I do believe. I do believe Jason Lee is Bruce Lee's son, and a lot of people. I'm pretty sure, man. Heck yeah, that's pretty cool. Elsewhere. But yeah, yesterday I probably could have gone to the movies, and now the museum's stuck in my head. So I'm gonna do so. I'm gonna do a museum the not this next Saturday. I'll be at my mom's house, but the following Saturday when I'm hanging back out here in the city, I'm gonna find a museum to go hang out at. Um, and this year I'm going to go to the bombing memorial museum here in Oklahoma City. I haven't been to the the bombing memorial, in many, many, many years, and so I do believe this April 19th marks the 25th anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. So I will go check out that museum. Yes, that's like a somber, like a somber note, dealio, but I think it'd be interesting to check out that museum. But I definitely want to see the Railway Museum, and they have the Cowboy Hall of Fame Museum here in Oklahoma City. So I want to see that. Got me on this museum kick, man. Oh yeah, yeah. Jason Lee played what, a devil, and yeah, he's been in many, many, Kevin Smith movies. But I'm pretty sure he might not be. I thought he was. Jason Lee is Bruce Lee's son. Here, let's just I'm just gonna check that out right now. You know, our lovely search engine here. Jason Lee. Okay. Spouses, children. Maybe not. I just searched that up. And no, he is not. His dad's name is Greg Lee. Mother's Carol Lee. So no relation to Bruce Lee. No relation. Nope, no relation. So you gotta love those search engines, man. You learn information every time. Yeah, Jason Lee's a good actor. Mallrats. He's been in almost every Kevin Smith movie. And of course, My Name is Earl. Now, what? If my daughter was, oh, you would have named her. Oh, I see. I need to put my glasses on so I can read these better. It's amazing how we need glasses to read. Things are more clear. That's better. Yeah, oh yeah, he's a big skateboarder. Same with Tom Green. Tom Green's a big skateboarder. I gotta give it to Mark. I mean, he's a couple years younger than me, but we're both in our 40s, and he's skateboarding. Like, I very seriously doubt you're gonna catch me on a skateboard. I don't know. I used to skateboard pretty dang good when I was a young lad. But after I turned 16 and started driving, like, I stopped. I wasn't a skateboarder no more, you know. Back when I was young, skateboarding was more for transportation, where I grew up in Southern California. Yes, it was like a style, because it's like if you rode a skateboard, you gotta know some tricks. But the last thing I rode that was anything close to a skateboard was a hoverboard, and it wasn't just a hoverboard. It was the hoverboard that was used in the television show The Big Bang Theory. I don't know if you folks are familiar with TV shows or whatnot, but there's a television show that I think they're done making it now. I stopped following The Big Bang Theory back when I started going through my divorce, because it was like one of those weird things that made me think of my ex-wife, because we used to watch that. And how I got to ride the hoverboard that was used in the Big Bang Theory TV show was my good friend Arnie, who lives in Southern California, who was very, very gracious enough to let me keep this VW bus at his house during the time my father passed away. My buddy Arnie is a retired cameraman from the Hollywood business, and his wife still works in the business. She's a writer. She used to be one of the head writers for Frasier, and she is one of the writers on The Big Bang Theory. Anywho, when these hoverboards first came out, they wrote an episode that used one of these hoverboards, and they had 2 or 3 of the hoverboards used during the filming of that episode. And Annie, which is my buddy Arnie's wife, Annie, ended up getting Annie is, and I'm pretty sure Arnie is, Annie is, like I said, she was one of the head writers for Frasier. You go into Arnie's house, you'd see some Emmys. She won some Emmys for Frasier and a couple other shows that she wrote. But yeah, long story. It's a long story. Anyway, my VW bus was at Arnie's house for about a month. Arnie and Annie's house there in Santa Barbara, California. And when I went back to pick up the bus after my dad's funeral and all that, my ex-wife and I flew back to California. And when we picked up the bus, Arnie had that hoverboard, and he was riding it around because Annie gave it to him, and he got me to ride it. He got me to literally ride it because Annie was worried that I was going to break my arm or fall, hurt myself. Lawsuits, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not going to hurt myself. If I fall, you're okay. I'm not going to, no. And I was like, I'm an ex-surfer. I used to surf. I used to ride skateboards. So, and then Arnie's like, curl your toes like you do when you're surfing. And as soon as he said that, curl your toes, like only surfers, and my friend Michelle, she should understand. But when you curl your toes, it's like you become one with the surfboard. Anywho, I became one with the dang hoverboard, and I started really figuring out the hoverboard, and I scooted around that hoverboard around the front of their house, up and down their hill like it was no thing after I got used to it. And that was the last time I was ever on anything like that, and that was back in 2015. But yeah, my friend Arnie, but yeah, Annie they're really good people. They're really good people, and I haven't actually got to talk to them in a couple of years because when I went through my divorce, my ex-wife really made sure to try to slander my name through it with a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure I'm surprised she didn't try to wreck my name through YouTube. She tried, but she was very unsuccessful. And this is during the lawyer stuff. So my first board, Michelle, my first board was a William Dennis board that I got from my birthday in 1987. It was my first board. It was and my wetsuit was a body glove. I got the wetsuit and the surfboard for my birthday. It was my 10th birthday, 11th birthday. It was my 11th birthday. And then my second board, which was the last board I ever had, was a town and country board. Town and country, man. It was, man, if you had a town and country board in SoCal, dude, you were the bee's knees. You were hip to the bone. You had the BMX of surfboards. And yeah, I had a town and country, aka a TNC board. There was actually a Nintendo game that came out in the 80s called TNC Games, Town and Country Games, after TNC boards. And the way I understand it, man, that's like a very super sought after video game cartridge now for Nintendo. Like, super sought after Nintendo cartridge. And dang, it's like, dang, I wish I still had that. But yeah, I had the Town and Country surf game. And then when I moved away from California in 91, when my parents moved to Oklahoma, my mom and dad moved to Oklahoma because my dad had to retire in like 2 years. And it was like he chose to come back to Oklahoma because that's where his family was from Ponca. But we had the choice to either move to Florida or move to the Gulf Coast of Texas, and I think somewhere else in Louisiana. So we had some choices, but my dad chose to come to Oklahoma. So basically after that, it was like surfing changed, the style changed. To me, I don't remember the longboards being as a big deal, but when I came back to California in 2010, I went to California many times, but when I got back into surfing a little bit in 2010, it was all about longboards. It was like longboards, paddle boards, the surfboards, as you see on TV, you know, of today, those are freestyle boards. You know, those are a lot different than longboards. So some things out. It's like, oh, that's cool. Heck yeah, Stoner. Man, the Nintendo, you know, I come from the Nintendo generation, like, and I've shared, and you guys are sitting on top of it because I got it stored, but I have my original 1990 Nintendo World Championships hat. I went to the 1990 Nintendo World Championships, and I was a big Nintendo. I was a nerd, just like everybody else was back in those days, but big time Nintendo nerd. And I miss those games and all that. If I can get a Nintendo, if I can get original, I could easily, and I should. But it's all about having things in the bus. I don't want to have too many things in the bus that can just be stolen from me, especially, you know, now, you know. But anywho, I would like to get back into Nintendo, the older games. I was pretty dang good at Super Mario Brothers and Zelda. Those are my two top games that I was really, really good at. Man, you guys weren't charging. I looked up and I seen, uh-oh, my battery power is getting low. I was like, I've had you guys on the charger. And I was like, oh, you're not plugged in over here. Whoops. But no worries, you're not going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. It's only 9 o'clock in my neck of the woods. 2 minutes after the hour, and everybody's neck of the woods. So I ain't going nowhere till later. I'm just hanging out. Just hanging out. Everybody's just hanging out. I'm just sipping on my coffee. Having me some vape. Yesterday, well, this morning, I used the last of my lemon meringue. I got to go purchase me some more lemon meringue today. But this morning's brought to you by the 1937 company, 1937 Farms. I'm having a nice sativa sour tangy vape this morning. Yes. So yeah, well, see, this lemon meringue, Stoner, I bought this a week ago. I've had this way over a week, and this was only 3 grams, as you can see, that I purchased. And it don't, I mean, you can see how long my medicine lasts me. You know, it's like I bought 3 grams of this a week ago last Friday, and then almost dropped you guys. And then I bought 3 grams of my indica, which I still don't understand. Maybe it's because sometimes in the mornings I have 2 bowls instead of 1 of my sativa. But I bought my indica is Bavarian Dream. This is what I have for nighttime. And as you can see, it's also 3 grams. But unlike my sativa, because sativa is I use that in the daytime, indica is at night, and I still got plenty to get me until probably next Friday of my indica. But talk about a stinky little girl right here, a stinky little girl. So yeah, I'm good on my indicas. Yeah. Heck yeah, Brother Mark. So Brother Mark says he's gonna go live after I hang out. So I always stay town, man. Stay tuned for Brother Mark, man. He go live. Brother Mark go live. Little Marky, he got the itch. He goes, little Brother Mark, he got the itch. He got to go live. Live. So. Makes it better. plows you to the goofy ground, man. Like I, when there's been a few days where I just kind of been wherever, and I can't have medicine. Yeah, it will. When I do have my medicine, I'm goofy. I'm goofier and goofy, man. So, but that's the good thing about cannabis. When you can, utilize it to its medical benefits. Yes, it's fun to get all goofy baked and whatnot, but to use it for medical benefits, as I do, it keeps you spiritually elevated. Like inside, it's such a groovy little thing, and so yeah, it's that's why I like it. Because a sativa, will not make me sleepy, will not make it where I'm, not able to do things through the day. I'm ready to go do things, especially when you add it, like sativa and coffee. There's the best thing in the world, my friends. Like, it's like coffee and cream, coffee and sativa. You're just ready for the day. All right, Eagle Eye, we'll see you in a minute. Be right back. And then in the afternoons, it's like you kind of mellow out. If you're home or hanging out in the afternoons, not doing anything, you want to mellow out but still stay productive. A nice hybrid is a good choice. And my hybrids have been this Blue Dream here, but as you can see, I'm almost. Ooh, that's a beautiful. Look at the prisms. Look at the prisms in that, man. See the colors? Those are prisms. Oh, it's from the sticker. That's why. But I don't have much of my Blue Dream left. I gotta purchase some Blue Dream as well, and a couple of grams. And I always buy this by 2 grams. Always lasts me a week. So yeah, I just use it as a medication, and then of course at night, you see in my nighttime, I use that straight for sleep, straight to go to sleep, straight to shut the brain down, time for nighttime, and that's when I use it. And the reason I use it for my symptoms, like I said, I've always had anxiety since I was a kid. And on top of that, I had a drunk driver hit my house way back in 2004. Let me repeat that. I had a drunk driver hit my house while I was asleep inside back in 2004. Long story short, I had to have surgery. So, surgery. And back surgery is not fun. You'll never quite recover. You always have some sort of a pain from that back surgery for the rest of your life. That's just straight up, no matter what kind of minor surgery it is. I was lucky in 2004 for my back surgery because it was the beginnings of microsurgery. If that would have happened a couple years prior to that, I wish I could show you guys my scar, but my scar is like that long. Back in the day, like a few years prior to that, my scar would have been like much more longer and thicker. But they fixed my back to their best, and for a couple years, I had to take pain medication, and I don't like that. Oh, the drunk driver? He was an 18-year-old snot-nosed brat, little punk. I'm gonna repeat that, little punk, because he'd show up at the disc golf course, a few times about a year or two after that. But his daddy was vice president of a frickin' bank, vice CEO of a bank there in Ponca City, and but this kid's daddy hired a fancy schmancy lawyer, I hired a lawyer too, but mine was a pretty good lawyer. He's a judge now up there, like a big fancy schmancy judge. So I guess I had a fancy schmancy lawyer too, but I had to go get me a lawyer and fight this, believe it or not, because the kid was arrested and all that, and his dad's still trying to fight it in court. It's like an open and shut case. The kid hits my house, you know, in a big old fancy schmancy brand new Ford F-150 or F-250 or F-350, something like that, F something 50, it doesn't just hit my house, hits my car and my house, and they all come flying into the house at the same time. So it was all kinds of stuff that happened. And this kid was able to pull out of there in his truck and like drive to his buddy's house and hide out. But the cops followed the radiator leak, you know, to the kid's house. Like, follow the trail, follow the drip, follow the drip, follow the drip, follow the drip. And they found the little snot-nosed brat hiding out and caught the little punk. And so it was a dang open and shut case, but they still tried to fight it. It sucked. Straight up sucked. That happened in 2004, and I didn't get a paycheck. I didn't get paid, and it was like I didn't get paid that much, but I didn't get paid until 2008. So that's how long it took, man. It was not like no dang open and shut case. So yeah. So the benefits of having back problems and cannabis, you know, it's just that's right there is open shut case, because I can use it and not get stupid what other pills would make me do, man. Like if I was to take, like, you know, Percocets, that's what they prescribed me. Percocets. I couldn't take Percocets and go work a normal job like I do, guys. I couldn't. It would be no. I'd be a retard. I'd be goofy. I'd be goofy all day long. I would be non-functional, you know? So, to be able to do something that's natural, and I can, you know, be a productive citizen every day, and it takes care of my pain, then yeah. Oh yeah, the car got replaced elsewhere. Oh yeah, everything got replaced. The house I was renting, and that was like one of the first things to get fixed was the house. The landlord had all that, you know, dealio done quickly. But yeah, everything. I mean, the house got fixed. My car got replaced. I had my back surgery. All that was done within the first, because that happened in like March of 2004, and I didn't have my surgery until July of 2004. So I had to go. That's how long between the crash and the surgery. I had to have surgery that I went. They had me completely obliterated on medication during that time. It wasn't just Percocets, you know. I was on Flexerils. I was on morphine. I can go buy morphine. Oh my gosh, man! Like I was totally sketched out on pills. It was not even funny. And then, like after my surgery and after I started going to rehabilitation to get my back stronger again, it was like, screw the pills, man. You know. And then in 2010, when I moved to California, I was still on pills, and that's when I first went to a doctor and they prescribed me medical cannabis, and that was the last time I ever had a pill prescribed to me. So I haven't had pharmaceutical pills since 2010. Well over 10 years, man. So well, it's 10 years. I was there by myself elsewhere when it happened. When it happened, I was asleep. The woman I was dating at the time lived in Duncan, Oklahoma. So she was in Duncan. I was in my house by myself, and I was renting. But it happened like a little after like maybe midnight or 1 a.m. It was in the middle of the night. And what happened was I dozed off like I always do watching TV. And I dozed off in my living room. If I would have been in my bedroom, I would have been fine. But I was in the living room, and I dozed off, and all of a sudden, to me, I thought it was an explosion. I just woke up on the ground, and when I woke up, the first thing I seen was my coffee table laying next to me all busted up. I was like, what the hell? And then the next thing I seen was the rear end of my car, because after my grandma died, I got her 2002, 2003 Lincoln Continental Town Car, big old fancy red Lincoln Continental Town Car. So that's what they hit. That's what the kid hit. So the rear end of that town car just looking at my face, basically. I'm like, huh? And the next thing you know, it was like, we're the garage. And luckily for me, the VW bus was in Oklahoma City at the repair shop. Like I was having like transmission work done to the bus at the time. So the bus was in Oklahoma City getting work done. So if the bus would have been in the garage, my bus would have been obliterated, because the front of the car and that guy's truck ended up in the garage / living room / kitchen area. So yeah, and I just didn't have the car parked in the garage that night. I just didn't. It was parked in front. Heck yeah, I'm glad to be here to tell you guys this story. Let me tell you, you don't know how scared I am to live when I like anywhere close to like a road. Even at my old house that I lived in Ponca and actually owned before I lost it in my divorce. Like, I don't like it freaks me out to this day. Like how easy a car can come into your home. And it happens all the time. People get killed all the time like that. I am just very freaking lucky, friends. Like, and that's what blows my mind, that the kid's dad got a fancy schmancy lawyer and tried to fight it. Like, what the hell? You guys want to know what I did with the money? What I did with my money? When I got the money in 2008, that was the first year I put on this big disc golf sports festival outside of Ponca City. I rented an old youth camp. It was an old youth camp. I had like 5 or 6 little cabins, had a big old lodge with a full industrial kitchen. But I rented this old youth camp out and had a weekend disc golf sports festival, big disc golf tournament. And every night I had different bands come out and play music on this big old patio / stage. It was awesome, man. I was able to put on that festival from 2008, 2009, and 2010. The year after 2010 is when I moved back to California. But that's what I used the money for. It wasn't that like I went and used money on myself and went and blew. No. My life's always been, I've always thought different when it came with things. So I used that money to put on, something that'd be fun. And that's what it was. It was called the April Frizz. FRIZZ, April Frizz Disc Golf Sports Festival. And it all started on Friday nights. People would show up. A lot of people would show up Thursday evening, but most people show up, Friday morning. They would, just pay the big package deal, which was like almost $100 to rent out a cabin, play in the tournament all weekend. You got fed. But yeah, so it would start Friday night with a big disc golf glow tournament. People put lights on their discs and go out and play, put lights on the baskets and go out and play. And that would start Friday night, and you could be out there playing and you could hear the bands. There'd be like, I'd have like 2 or 3, different bands come out Friday night. Same thing with Saturday. Saturday was different. It would be a different tournament Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night, a big old freaking blowout. Different bands would come out and play. And then Sunday was a big tournament. It was like, let's get down to some serious money-making disc golf. And that's what I did, man. It was really fun, guys. I had videos. I had like professional videos made that I wish I could put on YouTube, but it's all got music that's obviously copyrighted. But it was fun, man. It was great. Marston was up 3 miles. So, yeah, man. The stories you get on a Sunday and Saturdays here in the VW bus. But that back surgery didn't, stop me from doing things, like it didn't. Like I'm a very productive person. I work very hard. I play disc golf. Part of my real rehabilitation to make my back stronger was from disc golf. That's why I'm such a damn good disc golfer, as people say. But I don't consider myself as a damn good disc golfer. I'm just a disc golfer, a person who likes to play disc golf. So that's it, man. That's it. And, you know, when Mr. Ranger Dog, when this puppy dog right here, when you meet the puppy dog, this puppy dog right here was alive in the last 6 months of his life, you know, when he was diagnosed with cancer, he was only diagnosed, you know, they only said he was only going to last a couple months at most. He lasted 6 months because of cannabis. 6 months. Not from the THC, but he lasted 6 months from the CBDs in cannabis. So here we are, my friends, already cruising into 21 minutes after the hour in your neck of the woods, my neck of the woods, and everybody's neck of the woods. On a Sunday. You know, it's already the 19th of January. It blows my mind how quickly time goes. You know, just shoots. Oh, there's the alarm. You guys hear the alarm? No. I'm sure my buddy Brian or somebody just showed up and the alarms go off when people show up, but it's all good. No, if this alarm was to go off in the middle of the night, I would be out of this VW bus quicker than snot. Quicker than snot. Stay tuned for this evening, though. You know, I'll have my little snippets of my life out tonight. You know. So stay tuned for Mark. And Mark just went live. So cruise on over to the Mark Fun Jones channel. He's LIVE. He's a good cat, good guy, good friend, good brother. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. I do appreciate it. But I'll have my little snippets of my life uploaded this evening. And then we'll hang out in the morning for coffee, you know. Same coffee time, 6:30 a.m. here in my neck of the woods. Gotta be 4:30 a.m. over there in the West Coast, 7:30 a.m. on the East Coast, and everything else in between. I enjoy these little moments we get. I do. You know? That's all we have is these little moments. We've spent well over an hour and 14 minutes just hanging out. guys make it possible. You guys make these little moments the moments. You guys are the grease in the VW grease. Don't forget that. Being greasy is not a bad thing. Being greasy is a groovy thing. You know, not to quote the greasers, but you know, gotta stay gold, greaser. Stay gold, pony boy. Just stay gold, you know. I love you guys. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Be grateful for every moment of the day. Peace, love, and Volkswagen grease.